A Hashtag Studios production. Alright, this is the quiz video for Chapter 10 of the ITGS textbook, Education. As always, having read the chapter and all of its details, it is time to test how well you know the content through a series of questions straight from the textbook. And as always, questions first, answers later. Write down your answers and compare them. By now, you guys know the drill. Okay, so the first question, a rather simple one. Describe 3 techniques a school can use to reduce the problem of students accessing inappropriate material during class time, that being accessing inappropriate material via computers, since it's not specified. Anyways, go ahead and record your answer. Alright, second question. Explain 4 reasons why teachers may be reluctant to implement a laptop program in their classroom. Go ahead and record your answers now. Okay, and the third question is a multi-part question. Alright, so, a school is considering options to modernize its information technology facilities, as well as upgrading its current hardware, software, and networking systems. It is investigating the use of electronic books or open textbooks in place of paper textbooks. The first part of the question, define open content. Not open textbook, define open content. And describe 2 items of hardware the school may need to purchase to modernize its facilities. The third part. Explain 2 precautions the school will need to take if it decides to use laptops in the classroom. The third part. Analyze the 3 textbook options available to the school. To what extent are open textbooks a worthwhile endeavor? Take some time and record your answers to that question. Alright, let's take a look at some of the answers. So, for the first question was some ways to prevent students from viewing inappropriate material during class via computers or laptops. So, one technique would be to limit access to the computers themselves. Most schools only allow students access to computers if they need to for a project. A second technique is to employ a filter for certain websites or content thereof. This is similar to the very notorious Blue Coat here at Riverview High School. No getting around that thing no matter how hard you try. Anyways, the third technique would be to use computer monitoring to record web searches and site content to prevent specific computers from accessing certain websites. Okay, answer to the second question. Wanted 4 reasons why teachers may be reluctant to implement a laptop program in their classrooms. One reason might be that the internet and the content thereof is not always appropriate, and that giving students laptops gives them infinite access to pretty much anything on the internet. Other reasons include the distractions, potential unreliability, and usage issues that laptops may introduce to the learning environment. And I wrote C chart on page 230 in the book. That chart is actually displayed below. This was actually in the exact textbook in the section where this question was discussed. The benefits and considerations of laptops in schools. You see, we have setup, operating, and maintenance costs can be high. Teachers need training to use technology effectively. They need to be able to know how to tell their students how to use them. Adequate security measures must be taken, as shown below. Student and teacher distraction can be a problem, as mentioned in the answer up here. Alright, and the third question. The answer to part 1. Open content is freely distributable materials for education made available over the internet. The type of hardware for the computers, such as laptops and internet modems, are the main pieces of hardware the school will need. That part was asking what hardware the school might need to buy to upgrade its IT facilities. And the first part was the definition. The second part of question 3, precautions. If the decision to use laptops is made for the school, the main precautions that the school will have to take in order to introduce laptops would be to limit the amount of time that they can be used so that they don't become a distraction, and alongside that, to filter internet content so that students and teachers don't have access to anything they shouldn't. And then the third part. Open textbooks are much more worthwhile to the school than paper textbooks because they can be easily distributed to the mass amounts of students in the school at a low cost. However, paper textbooks are easier to account for, and then it gets right down to the fact that some students actually do prefer the traditional reading a book style of learning as opposed to scrolling through a textbook on the computer. There are some people that, don't really adapt to that type of reading that easily.